In our fourth chapter, we're going to talk once again about interviews, but this time it's going to be about negotiating the job offer. The first thing we'll discuss about the negotiation process is the money. There are a few aspects of money that we usually talk about, starting with the amount that you receive monthly. This amount is known as the basic net salary. We call it the net salary because it's the pure amount that you take home, as opposed to the gross salary before we deduct or we cut out things like the insurance, taxes, and so on. A payment to encourage employees and motivate them, and that is known as an incentive. Something to encourage the employees to work harder. An amount of money you receive based on your performance, and that is a bonus. If you work well, you'll receive a bonus. If you don't handle your tasks and responsibilities as you should, you don't receive a bonus. An amount of money you receive after hitting the sales target would be a commission. For example, you work for a sales company and you're supposed to make some sales that would be equal to the value of $10,000. If you make sales in a month that are worth $50,000, you receive a percentage of the difference. You make some extra money. The second thing we'll discuss in the job offer would be the job conditions. The number of hours I have to work on a daily basis are known as the working hours. The type of shift I'll cover, for example, a fixed one that does not change is known as a fixed or a regular shift. A shift that rotates daily or weekly. For example, this week I'm working from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., but next week I'll be working from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. In this case, we call the shift a rotational one because it rotates, it changes. The chances to be promoted and make future success can be known as advancement opportunities or career prospects. These are the chances that I have to be moved up the scale or moved up to a higher position. This kind of opportunities can provide me with a better position, more money, and safety. Because if you move up the scale or move up the ranks, it's not as easy for you to be fired, and you definitely make more money. In this case, you have job security. You feel secure. You feel safe in your position. Next, we'll discuss benefits. Benefits can be found at one company, but not at another, and they are definitely considered as an added value to the job offer. For example, an insurance coverage that pays for medical expenses, which can be known as medical or health insurance. If you need to go to the doctor for any kind of medical or health problem, the company can cover the expenses of the doctor and medical treatment. A kind of insurance that covers a portion or a part of dental care expenses, that is for the teeth. This kind of insurance is known as dental insurance. It is separated from medical or health insurance because dental care is usually very expensive. A type of insurance that provides economic assistance to the unemployed, the elderly, or the disabled is known as social insurance. An insurance policy that protects employees from loss of income in case they are unable to work due to illness or injury is long-term disability insurance, also known as LTD insurance. This kind of insurance is usually provided for workers or for employees who have a dangerous job, a job that puts them at risk of being injured. For example, workers who have to climb ladders all day to fix something with the electricity, or maybe to clean the windows of a building from the outside. If one of them falls off the ladder, he can seriously hurt himself, in which case the company has to compensate him for his injury, which means to give him something like an amount of money in return to make it up to him. An insurance policy which guarantees paying a sum of money, an amount of money to the employee's family in case of his or her death, is life insurance. A plan which ensures a monthly payment or a large sum of money at the end of employment is a retirement plan. The paid annual off days are paid vacations, holidays, or sick leaves. And the final benefit we're going to talk about today is providing a place to stay or an amount of money in exchange for employees who are working, for example, in a different city or in a different country. This kind of insurance is known as living accommodation. The interviewer caught me off guard. He surprised me and did what I didn't expect. I caved in to my boss's demands. I accepted them, but I didn't want to. The competition for the position was cutthroat. It was very intense and aggressive. Easy come, easy go. If it's easy to gain, it's also easy to lose. Let's get down to business. Let's stop wasting time and talk about work. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's get this started. I want to get on the good side of the interviewer. I want to make him like me. I always go the extra mile when I do something. I do more than what people expect. I do my very best. I hit the nail on the head in the interview. I spoke 100% accurately. I said exactly what I wanted to say. The descriptions of ratio are very simple, and they're usually used to talk about job conditions. First of all, payment. If I say, I'm underpaid, that means I'm not paid enough. If I say I'm well paid, it means I'm paid exactly enough. But being overpaid means I'm getting paid more than enough. For example, I'm doing a job that is worth $5,000 a month and I'm getting paid $10,000. That means I'm overpaid. Qualification. Underqualified, well qualified, overqualified. If I'm underqualified, that means I don't have enough qualifications to do a certain job. If I'm well qualified, it means I have exactly enough qualifications. If I'm overqualified, on the other hand, it means I have too many qualifications for the job I'm applying for. For example, I have 15 years experience in management and I'm applying for a job as a salesperson, in which case I'm overqualified. Dress code. Underdressed, I'm not wearing something appropriate enough. Well dressed, that means I'm wearing something very appropriate and suitable for the occasion. I'm overdressed means I'm wearing too much. Like I'm going to hang out with my friends and I'm wearing a suit. Of course, in this case, I will be overdressed. Estimation in this topic will be how people see me or how they estimate me. If I'm underestimated at work, that means people don't think I'm important enough. If I'm well estimated, it means people understand who I am and what I can do. Overestimated means people think I'm too strong or that I deserve a certain amount of respect, which I don't. Rating. This is how people rate me. If I say I'm underrated at work, people don't think I'm good enough. I'm well rated, people think I'm exactly enough for the position that I'm holding. I'm overrated, I basically have a position that I do not deserve. Funding. Like funding a project, providing a project with enough money to be established. When we say a project is underfunded, it means it's not getting enough money. It's well funded, it's getting exactly enough money. Overfunded, too much money. Finally, providing an explanation for something or explaining something. When we say a certain job offer or a contract was underexplained, this means I was not provided with enough information to understand it. It was missing a lot of details. It was well explained. I had exactly the amount of information that I needed to understand it. Over-explained, too much information.